So this is embarrassing. So in my previous settings video, my best settings video actually, I stated that you don't need to make a settings video like every other week, you know, because typically they don't change. But with the recent update, the last one, 1.20, it changed a lot of things. Actually, not a lot of things. It changed one very big thing that I had to tell you, and I also changed a few other things as well that are pretty significant. So I'm a little embarrassed. That settings video was like a 400 view video, which is my highest view count video on my channel. I didn't think anyone would watch it just because how boring it sounded, like just me talking over words, explaining things. Didn't think my educational video would be my most popular. But yeah, let's just get started here. Let me show you guys what I'm rocking now. So we go to our settings. Oops, I'm in general first. So everything up here is the same, and this is the big one. This is what they added in last night with 1.20. They added in dead zone. So I'm gonna say this off the bat: dead zone is not a sensitivity. It's not. These settings are fairly difficult to explain, but dead zone, just know that dead zone is not really a sensitivity. So let's just read what dead zone says. Adjust the controller dead zone that represents the inner range in which the stick input will not be registered. So the best way I can explain this, because I know when I was playing Fortnite had they added in dead zone pretty late into the game, and I knew I was tinkering with that in Fortnite. So with some personal experience, what dead zone to me pretty much just means if your controller has any kind of stick drift, and for you that don't know what stick drift is, let me show you real quick. Let me go back into the main lobby. How am I gonna show you this? Ooh, I don't. It doesn't look like I can show you. I thought there was like a crosshair or something I could show you, but I guess not. But what stick drift was when your controller, let's say at rest, you're not touching your sticks at all, but you will notice on the screen that either your gun, your crosshairs, it's gonna be slightly moving to either the left side or the right side. Now what the dead zone was meant to do is to fix that issue, because with these PS4 controllers, or I don't know if Xbox has the same issue or not, but I know with PS4 they infamously has this issue for a long time now. So going into dead zone, I have mine at 0.00. This is the absolute lowest dead zone you could have, and the reasoning I have mine at 0.00 is because my controller is fairly new. I'm playing on a scuff right now. Bought it like 2-3 months ago. I don't have any kind of dead zone, or I'm sorry, I don't have any kind of stick drift on it whatsoever. So I'm able to put mine all the way down to this low, and being this low, actually it can benefit you if you don't have any stick drift. So if you put yours all the way down to this low, you will notice that your guns will be a lot more snappy. You'll be able to turn around corners a lot more smooth. There's a whole bunch of benefits that could help. But if you do have stick drift, let's say you do have stick drift and it's slight, right? So what you want to do is just bump it up one, go into the game, see if it's if it's still moving. Keep bumping it up until you notice that your sticks, or pretty much your sticks aren't moving anymore. And what the dead zone is pretty much meant to do is just fight against that stick drift, keeping your sticks centered. And I mean that's honestly the best way I can explain it. That's how I read it, and that's how I used to think when I was playing Fortnite. If I'm wrong, you guys can tell me, but that's how I interpreted it. But yeah, it's pretty simple, I guess. Not really. But again, this is all depending on your guys' controller. So you gotta do the adjusting yourself, making sure what is the right dead zone is for you. I know the game starts you off at 0.05. If you guys really don't care and don't really want to mess with it, 0.05 is pretty low, but it's not too terrible. But so I recommend, if you want, just keeping it there. Going down to 0.0 is gonna take a little time to get used to. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, maybe I can explain something a little better. Please tell me in the comments down below. Let's go to the other things I changed real quick. So in my previous video, I had my ADS sensitivity multiplier at 0.88. I bumped it up to a 1.00 due to me changing my aim response curve type. So in my last video, I stated I run a linear aim response. That's what I was comfortable for the last few months, I'd say. But lately the game has just been very choppy, very laggy. And with linear, you kind of want to be, because the linear movement is all dependent on you and how you move. If you were lagging, I think it can kind of like throw off your shots a little, because the stick is literally a direct correlation of you literally moving your sticks. So you have no really aim, I want to say aim assist, kind of, in a way, fighting you against that. So wherever you move the sticks, it's gonna go there. And with lag and just choppy internet, it's gonna affect linear greatly. So what I did was change it back to dynamic. Dynamic's a little best of both worlds. It's kind of like in between standards, in between linear. Right now I'm absolutely loving dynamic. My shots have been hitting a lot lately, so I'm gonna keep it here for now. I want to explain what dynamic is, but I don't I don't think I'm gonna properly explain it. So let's just move on. You guys can just probably look it up yourselves. Let me see what else I changed. I think everything here is gonna be the same. I made a video about putting this onto contextual tap for Warzone. If you're playing multiplayer, keep it here. This is gonna, contextual taps is gonna screw you up in multiplayer. Let's say you're playing search and destroy, 1v1, bomb planted, you're out to kill the dude, you guys are in a gunfight, and you go out, reload your gun, right? Instead of reloading the gun, you now picked up the weapon on the ground on accident because you accidentally tapped the square button, which is the reload button. But instead of reloading, you're gonna pick up that weapon, the enemy pushes you, that's a free kill for him. So, just keep it right here. It's kind of annoying switching it back and forth, but I think it's definitely worth it with contextual taps in Warzone. Just how much time you save just picking up weapons just by touching square, pretty much, is absolutely beneficial. So that's that. I don't think I changed everything. Oh, I don't think I talked about this slide behavior. So I switched it from hold to tap. Pretty much, instead of holding your circle button to slide, you're gonna tap the circle button to slide. And with tap, you can actually make it easier to do a cancel reload movement. And I guess I gotta make a whole different video for that, because explaining cancel reload sprint, I think it's called, or something like that. It's gonna take a while for me to explain. So I'm not even gonna get into that right now. And I think that's it for here. And let's go to the general real quick. Everything's gonna be the same up here. I don't know why this is at 47 brightness. I keep mine at 50. But this is another big one right here. This is the one that helped me a lot in a way where I can see my enemies more clearer on the screen when I'm like engaging in gunfights, when they're head glitching, when they're far away, in Warzone specifically, because those gunfights can get pretty far at a distance. And I changed my colorblind type from, I'm gonna totally butcher these names, Tritanopia to Deuterinopia. And I've also changed my colorblind from world to both. And by doing this, the game just looks absolutely more vibrant, and you can just tell right here on the main menu how much more vibrant it is. So I'm gonna go to what I had before. This is what I had before, right? The color isn't too bad. It's just slightly a little bit more dull. But going back to this one with the both colorblind target, these are a little bit, it's just slightly more bright, a little bit more vibrant. Your colors are a little bit more accurate, allowing you to see people off head glitches and such much easier. So that's why I changed that to that. It just makes the game look so much more better, and when the game looks better, you just want to play it more, you know what I mean? That's kind of hard to explain. And obviously keep the motion blurs off. And I mean, that's pretty much it. There's I didn't really change anything else, but those are the big ones that, you know, I had to tell you guys, because aim response curve type, I think that's very important. Dead Zone's new, so I had to tell you guys. And then with the visuals, if you believe it or not, is actually very, very, very useful if used correctly. So, but yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave a like and subscribe. Thank you.